Welcome back to another episode of Let's Go Hunt. Still more expensive than Arizona iced tea. Tonight's crew: Vince H, well rested. Mike and Salvez be eating tasty beaver soon. That's gross, because I know you meant that two ways, and I don't like it at all. Sir Dave Packard, maximum effort. And as always, I'm Sam Alexander, minimum effort.
Always
Tonight.
min-maxing.
Yeah, well, Dave min, I max, and sometimes Dave maxes, and I'm in.
Whoa.
I'm gonna boot myself.
Can you boot him first, and Vince and I can have a show?
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Boot both admins. We don't know how to end it.
Like,
It's fine.
so
You
you're
just
never
end it by
saying
walking
min
away.
you. It's like Doom. They're stuck in here with us.
Tonight, sitting around the campfire, bleaching deer skulls.
For real?
Little bunny
Apparently.
foo-foo hopping through the forest.
Oh, that was that tune I used, huh?
Nibbling on some bleached skulls because she's a psychopath.
You know what's obnoxious? Like you got to protect your deer skulls when you set them out to have the flesh rot off of them, because squirrels and rats and stuff will come chew on them.
You some fucking free calcium here.
Have you seen the method of, it's an old propane tank, and they pull the valve out and throw like a nipple on it, and then like one of the steel braided washer hoses into a black trash bag, and they steam it, and then they just hit it with a pressure washer.
Huh.
Bro,
You know,
It
that's probably
is-
safer than boiling. A guy I know, I watched, he showed me a deer skull that he ruined because he set it out to boil, and boiled, he forgot about it, and
Oh.
boiled all the water out, and like he had a nice crispy deer skull afterwards.
ooh,
Crunchy.
Dang. I don't understand that. Isn't now granted I'm not an expert on bones, but are bones not dry in that form that you're holding it up? Vince is holding up his skull.
Well, they're dry
currently.
now, but if you can over dry them, right?
Oh, okay.
You can, like, I don't know. It's the difference between, nice crispy bacon and why does this taste like cancer bacon? So
Everybody likes cancer bacon. That's
So-
fair.
Yeah, basically, the hotter you get it, like the freaking structure of the bone starts to break down. It's like the collagen in your bone would start to break apart, and then it just gets fucking brittle and nasty.
yeah, like if you
And they also get weird, and it goes from like, nice white bone to like yellow and fucking black and brown and bleh.
it goes from bone to bone.
All right. Enough said. That's enough.
dry. Hey, sweetie, could you put me back in the water for a minute?
Anyway,
That's
I saw this-
interesting.
because the guy I saw was doing a moose skull, and I was
Oh
like,
shit! It's not boiling. Sorry, it's not boiling bag rice. It's boiling bag head.
What?
indeed.
I don't think you can sell a product. You can sell minute rice, right? You can't sell minute head. Well,
I mean,
maybe.
yeah, you can
You know what? Forget everything I just said.
clip that.
Dang it.
It won't do it. That whole StreamYard saying if you say clip that, it'll clip. It's like, no, it never does. It just gives you the worst, like I want funny clips, and it gives me the most dry, boring shit ever. Country Boy
anyway-
Guns, soggy, floppy bacon beats crispy bacon. Changed my mind. Fucking what, sir?
No, he's right, and I know what he means. Okay, there's a correct way to make bacon. All right. Now, if you're gonna put it on a sandwich, yes, crisp up your bacon. It needs to be crispy on a sandwich. It's got to fall apart. I don't want to pull the bacon out of the sandwich when I'm trying to eat it. But if you're just gonna eat the bacon, there's this fine line in between, like it's fully done and then it gets crispy. There's a
Okay.
very fine line, and he's not saying you want it all, like
Because there's that, like, this
uncooked.
is 2 degrees above undercooked bacon. That is just no.
It needs to be chewy. It needs to be like toothsome. My wife is disagreeing right now, right over there, mad. But it needs to have. You need to be able to bend it without it breaking.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
on board with this now. So
But fully cooked.
the best
fully
bacon
cooked.
too. Again, it's all about like just the perfect amount of timing. Is if you can get the edges of said bacon to just barely blacken up. So
I
not
like-
quite into burned, but they are a cunt hair away from like this bacon's about to turn super crispy. There's a fine line, and it has to be good bacon, not like fucking cheap bacon. The butcher shop here in town sells the best bacon in the fucking world, man. And that shit you throw it in the pan and it cooks perfect almost every single time.
Is it
I
thick cut?
absolutely.
It's not like thick cut, like, a quarter of an inch, but it's not like it's like it has meat to it. It's like you get the really cheap like Walmart bacon and you pull out a slice and it's just fucking falling apart because it's barely
it's too
stringy
thin,
connected
and
to
it's
You
shit.
become
pull one
this
slice
long.
out and 3 come with it, and they're
It's
all one
pumped
slice.
mostly full of water. Like it's
Yeah.
Bacon. I like bacon to I like the meat to be crunchy, crackle, crispy, but the fat to be almost there. The fat's got a little bit of wiggle in it. But I'll eat bacon if it's all the way dried crispy. But there is a point where it gets inedible. I like all the way dried crispy for sandwiches though, and for salads and stuff like that. Because when you crumble it up, you
Yeah,
don't.
then you're making bacon bits.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I like eating it that way too. It's just convenient. It's like eating jerky, but it's bacon. It's bacon jerky.
I'll accept some fat that seems slightly underdone to make sure that it's still like chewy. Like I'll eat
Yes.
that bacon.
Yes.
So what we're saying is
It's
all bacon is mission specific.
I mean, all bacon is bacon. I will eat all bacon regardless of how it's cooked.
Are you sure about that?
Unless
Do you
it's-
remember?
Unless it's not cooked. That's not okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
So this was 2010, roughly. So you were, about 45 at the time.
Fuck off.
Damn.
But this is back when the fucking bacon crazy, like everything was fucking bacon flavored.
Yeah.
Wendy's
Baconator.
Yeah, Baconator came out. Wendy's had maybe it was Wendy's. Somebody
Bacon
had
milkshake.
Burger King had the
bacon
bacon.
milkshake. Fucking my girlfriend at the time was like, "I'm gonna buy you this. You'll like it." I'm thinking, okay, I'll fucking go for it. Nasty. Oh,
You don't like the Baconator?
bacon. Well, Baconator was okay. I'm talking like the bacon milkshake. Somebody had a bacon
Oh.
milkshake that was just like,
That sounds like Sonic.
ugh. I don't remember who it was. I
Sonic
just
does weird
remember
shit like that.
I didn't spend money on it. She did. Oh,
Peanut
Wendy's
butter
is not
bacon
known for that
or
kind
some
of
shit.
thing. Wendy's is like, no, our Frosty is one flavor. And now we have flavor too. Help us. We're going bankrupt.
it seems like a Burger King thing.
I'm sorry, that sounded like an actual ad. Like we have flavor of Frosty #1. We now have flavor of Frosty #2. Please help us. We're going bankrupt. I don't know why, but it's like I just watched a Family Guy skit in my head. Like that's what that was.
That's
It
kind
was
of weird.
fantastic.
That's kind of what I was going for, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, bacon is bacon.
Holy shit. Do you think that whole bacon craze was a psyop from the government to subsidize the pork industry? Because you remember the Got Milk ads?
You mean so
Yeah.
that
We
they
all
could kill
kids.
off all the pigs and like sell the bacon and not have an excess of bacon for no reason and not able to explain it?
Yeah. Well, like the whole Got Milk shit was just government propagandizing everybody to subsidize dairy farms. So maybe the bacon craze was a fucking psyop just to get us all to buy more pork.
Dude, everything's a psyop. We were watching a football game before the Super Bowl. I'm not sure if it was a playoffs game or what, but we were watching a football game, and one of the commercials came on, and like everything in the commercial, like briefcases and cars and houses and everything in this, they're just floating on umbrellas higher and higher through the sky, and this woman is walking through all of this stuff, and in the background it's whispering, the price of everything is higher. And I was like, holy shit. It was an actual commercial. And then it was like, the cost of everything is higher, but then it went on, and this doesn't have to be. And it was like an Oak Express commercial or something. It was some bullshit like that, but it was literally telling us the cost of everything is higher in the commercial. No fucking wonder people believe that shit, even when the opposite is true. They're being told that by their TVs.
Where am I right now?
Apparently, we're in a novel.
I blanked out.
You're Alex Jones. Like, they're turning the psyops gay.
No, there's another Alex Jones. It's actually it's looped around it's about 1 second. And it's just him repeatedly doing something at the camera that I'm not going to repeat right now, but it's my favorite Alex Jones clip.
Heegzile? Is he doing
No,
something
he's
like
just
that?
saying Jew,
Oh.
Jew, Jew, Jew.
Oh, yeah. See, that would, there's so many ways that could have gone, and I don't like any of them. That's actually the least offensive.
Whatever. Anyway.
Well, how am I supposed to figure out how it's done if I can't ask you how it's done? Anyway,
Moving,
back
John.
on topic somewhere. Y'all should ask me about my rack.
Tell me about the rack you were holding up.
You're gonna get your rack worked on soon, right? Because I've been looking forward to this.
It's done.
Oh.
Tell me about
I
that
like
rack.
the way you hold your rack.
Can you like put both hands underneath your rack and give it a little shake?
Oh yeah,
no.
just like that. Good girl.
Oh man.
Oh, he's scratching his beard with his rack. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Vince is gonna sit here and whack those antlers on everything so hard, an actual buck is gonna break into his house to fight him.
That's also a sentence.
Yeah, joke's on you. You ain't got antlers. I do.
Oh, I think, did you kill your mic? I can't hear you.
Oh
yeah,
I think
you did. He did.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I accidentally turned it off with the antlers.
So the antlers won.
That
like,
deer got
hey,
his revenge.
Kool-Aid! And it's just a deer just bursts through the...
The best part is none of us can help, so we'll just narrate the fight.
Like,
You were one of the most casually silliest men I've ever met in my life.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
It's
And if that's not a way to
strange
describe
coming
you,
from you.
I mean, I'm not casual silly. I'm awkward silly.
Casually.
Just leave out the
Anyway.
silly part.
So I finally got my I pulled my deer's heads from this last hunting season out of the water because they've been just sitting in water masticating this whole time. The word is masticating. Shut up, Sam. Mastication is the process of letting the flesh on your deer heads rot off on their own. Mastication. Okay, do you want me to say it again?
I thought
So show title.
Like, I know it's the right word. It's just the way you say it.
you need the hyphens in there. Mastication.
And the whole, like, they're just sitting in water, masticating
Or-
to themselves.
Chewing. The water chewed.
yes,
skills.
that's. Thank you. I thought that word meant chewed, and I was going to say something like, "Please, somebody tell me I'm not a complete idiot," or "Please tell me I'm wrong," because
Dude, what?
mastication is the act of chewing.
Mastication or chewing is the initial essential process of digestion where food is crushed, ground, and mixed with saliva by teeth and jaw muscles to create a soft bolus for swallowing.
Yeah,
Bolus,
I
it has a
think-
word. Weird.
I think there has to be a secondary definition for this, unless I'm wrong. And
That's also not what a bolus is. A bolus is the thing it's like 3 stones attached to ropes in the middle point, and they swing them around, and you huck them, and the rocks go, and they wrap around something's legs.
No,
That's
I am
bolus.
Bolo Man.
You know what?
That's a knife.
Anyway, you were masticating your deer heads.
Hold on.
So you were
See-
chewing all the meat off of it, is what I'm getting at.
It's a good snack.
It's not.
Num num num.
Oh, maceration. Oops.
Aha.
Well, that's not nearly as fun.
Oh. No,
I like
not
it.
at all.
I prefer it my way.
Let's.
It's maceration. I feel like an idiot now.
But I like it your way.
Well,
I like that you
anyway,
masticated it all off.
shut up.
Gummed it to death.
Oh dear,
This is not going well.
it's a new way to give head.
Maceration.
Your wife's over there like, you did what?
Nom 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 nom.
Masticating my
It's
foot right
disgusting.
now.
So when I was dumping out the bucket afterwards, some of the head soup splashed on me. I'm like, ew, 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 ew.
Deer tea.
Yeah, a little bit of lower jawbone in there. It's fine. It washes out.
The
Well, I
maggots are
found-
like boba.
Well, there's actually
Breaking
no
Bad
maggots.
images.
Oh.
There's no maggots because it's just
No.
sitting in the water and the bacteria is like eating everything. But I pulled them out of the water and I just sprayed them off really good with the water hose for a while. And I have the thing on the end so it sprays nice and hard. And you can take them, to the. You can take your deer heads to the car wash and use the power washer and just like blast them and then wash them there, because after you blast them you take soap and you actually wash them out so that it kills a bunch of the bacteria and we don't have to deal with as much smell. And I got a couple of things. One thing wrong, I thought it was baking soda that bleaches your deer skull. And I took baking soda, made a paste, and like scrubbed it all over it, which probably didn't hurt. But then I was like looking it up later, and apparently it's hydrogen peroxide, which actually does the bleaching. You don't use bleach on the
Yep.
skull; you put hydrogen peroxide. So I then took a toothbrush and put hydrogen peroxide on my deer skulls, and scrubbed it in a little bit with the toothbrush, and then I just let it sit in the sun for about 3 hours. Went and sprayed it off with the water hose again, and then put it back up so it could dry. And that's about all I did. This is that 10 point I shot early in the season. Early.
It masticates itself or it gets the hose again.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, it's fun. I don't intend to.
I'm
live
having
this
a
down.
hard time chewing on that joke.
What's the best way that you use to mount those? Do you buy a kit or do you build like your own plaque?
Honestly, I take like a 6-inch screw and just screw it into the wall, and the back of the skull, it's got that nice opening that the spine used to
The brain hole.
run up into,
Mhm.
and you set it in there, and you take your screw and you run it at a downward angle. All right, so the screw's pointing up, the head of it is, and then you just set it in there and you set it down on it, and then it just kind of stays there.
Hmm.
And
Nice.
it sits there. It sits there like this.
Seems incredibly low tech. You should definitely spend $400 instead.
Yeah, I actually at one point I spent $30 on a wall hanger, and I hated it because it makes the thing stick out way far from the wall, and it was obnoxious. And so then I just started taking screws and doing that.
Mhm.
This is the other one that I shot, the 16 point
Uh-huh.
with the extra points on it
Mhm.
around the outside. See that? It's got the
It's got like two racks that are kind of fused together.
Yeah, pretty much. An interesting note. So I got to looking at the upper teeth on the deer, and I don't know exactly how to age them by the teeth, but I can tell you that the 10 point is at least a year older than the 16, just
Damn,
from the
really?
wear on the teeth. And if I had to guess, at least around here and in a lot of places, they'll tell you if the antlers aren't outside the ear as far as width, there's no way it's older than 2.5 years.
Mm.
Which would imply that this deer was a 2.5-year-old deer. And that's just kind of wild for a 16. Now,
Yeah.
nutrition was really good this year. Or this last season, because of all the growth we had, because of all the rain, just like there was a lot of good forage out there. It stayed green the whole summer. There was no point where they were scrounging around for food or anything like that. So I could see him getting real nice antler growth, even without supplements of any kind. Um, Also, the you can just look at and compare the like the eyes, like the whole skull is wider. Like at the point here where the base of the eye sockets,
Mhm.
like the 10 point is just like a little bit wider than this one. So all around he is bigger, but this one weighed more. I got more meat out of the 16 than I did out of the 10. So he was just a few pounds heavier, but I think he was at least a year younger. And if I'm guessing, he's 2.5, maybe 3.5, which would put the 10 point at 4.5 or 3.5. I doubt he was 5.5. He would have been bigger. He would have had more mass if he was 5.5. So I'm gonna guess. Actually, I'm gonna guess 2.5 and 3.5. So
Fucking A.
yeah, I got my deer out and washed them all off. I washed my son's too. It's just not as impressive because the dog ate the nose off of it.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a cow elk skull that my wife's wiener dog got into.
Well, my shepherd mix got into it, and he's 130 pounds, so he could just kind of like one bite crunched the entire like nose off.
Yeah.
Like,
Goodness.
thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna work on his eventually.
Blessings.
Bless
Sorry.
thy.
Yeah, I need to work on the mount for his.
I have an idea for his. You get a Bane mask. Just Bane. Is Vince dead? Oh, Vince is back.
I have a summer cold. Sorry, it's not even summer yet.
Some are here, some are there.
There's one other thing about it I was gonna. Oh, that picture you wanted. I don't
Looking
have
across-
that picture because I just took a picture and then like posted the story.
Oh. That's the problem with doing that. It's like when you take a picture directly and like signal to send to you guys or something, and then I go back in my photos to try and find it. It's like, I know I took that picture.
I'll get a picture like that with all the completed ones.
Well, I forgot how good looking your two bucks were. Like, I know you'd like, yeah, Vince killed a couple of good deer this last year, but when you had especially, it might be the difference of also having the actual Euro mounts out there. It's just like, oh yeah, those are fucking two good looking deer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, they were nice. They were real nice.
I like Euro mounts.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to see Dave's once he gets back.
Mhm.
But I would
Which-
have a hard time paying for a shoulder mount.
I know. Same. But I was also thinking I'm never gonna shoot another deer this big ever again.
Watch next
So,
year he'll kill a
if-
fucking bigger one.
Nope. I told myself that if I see a giant fucking deer, I will call everybody.
He'll
Be like,
call
"Get your
everybody,
ass down here right
I'll
now."
start driving.
and everybody will be too busy. So he'll be like, "Well,
Like
Okay.
Dave, I'll be there in 8 hours. I'll buy a license on the way.
I
Dave,
got a
just
spot and scope.
follow
Ain't got
this
no
deer.
fucking trees.
Follow this deer around for the next 24 hours."
Oh yeah.
Pretend you're in a nature documentary. Like they
The
never seem to
narrator.
run from those idiots.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, just put on some shorts and you're good to go.
Junior
Crikey.
Mag, I'm in Oklahoma. He asked where I live.
Mhm.
I'm guessing he's wondering where the deer were shot. And I'm not
Southeast
gonna
Oklahoma.
tell him.
He lives in Oklahoma, but the deer were shot in Ohio. Don't tell me.
Yeah, the Oklahoma, we get 2 buck tags. You can't shoot both with a rifle. You have to shoot one with a rifle and one with something else. You can shoot both with archery. I killed both of these with my crossbow.
Sorry.
Bless you, Mike.
This is an odd
Um,
question. Does somebody have a cricket?
Yes,
I'm hearing a cricket, and it's not in my
Same.
basement.
it is. I believe it. Tis me.
Hold on.
Oh, Mike? Yep, it's Mike.
No, I
It's
can hear
adding-
it outside the window.
It's
But
adding to
it's
the
nice
ambiance.
for indeed.
I know. It just kept distracting me because I kept.
Better
going,
than-
I thought I killed all those things. I don't
Chirp
hear-
chirp, motherfucker.
Better
It's-
than
it's-
sirens and gunshots.
It's running background for my jokes.
Chirp, chirp, MF. Okay.
And Dave, you're right. It is better than gunshots and sirens. I'm
But if
pretty okay
anyone's
with
out
it.
there wondering, it does not take a whole lot to if you want a trophy or just a little bit of money, it doesn't take a lot to macerate a deer skull yourself and then clean it out and bleach it and if you mess it up, like you leave it in the soup too long and it gets all brown and stuff, you can just like tape off the antlers and then spray paint it. You can spray. I have one that I spray painted the skull, bone white, like an ivory color, and it looks pretty good.
Have you seen those guys that burn their skulls?
No, sounds dumb.
Sounds sus.
Let's see.
Go on.
Here we go. Oh God, I don't get. It's why did I clip on a fucking YouTube video?
Oh my god.
Gerd.
My god, Derv.
Okay.
It took the germ.
Back to the pile.
It took his germ.
All right.
Durr.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this died in a fire.
And that's how it looks.
But in a patina sort of way, like, yes, it looks horrible, but I can also understand how some weird people would find that
yeah,
a decent look.
back.
Like some people,
I like
yes,
that.
right up in that hole. You know, like some people like the patina look on vehicles. I'm not a fan of it. Like they'll polish it down and then clear coat it when it's slightly rusty underneath and whatnot. And I'm like, that's. I mean,
No.
it-
Real patina, you polish down with WD-40, and that's it.
Oh yeah, just prime me up and send me to the supermarket.
I could see where if I was in a spot like Vince is, and I could shoot $2 a year,
You
like
might
just
explore
me.
a little.
Yeah, I would hydro dip one. I'd burn one. I'd paint one. I'd
See
have
what
my
you
daughter
can do with
bedazzle
one.
one. I don't give a shit.
I mean,
That's fair.
you know, like why not?
For the audio people, Vince is holding up a military helmet. It looks like what kind of helmet is that?
Sam, it's an
It's an
ACH. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an ACH helmet with a tiny little 6-point on it. Tiny. Like I'm pretty sure it's actually smaller than my fork horn. I didn't think that was possible. It is a white tail though. Anyway,
Anywho,
Put it back up. That's what my fan was hanging on.
your fan was hanging on your antlers.
It's multi-purpose.
So you have fantlers?
Only fantlers.
hold on. Only fantlers?
That's a good one.
Only
Nice.
fanters. Mastication.
Dude, that's absolutely perfect.
That's terrible. I love it.
That's the best show title ever.
Oh.
Maybe
Oh.
not ever, but it's pretty damn good.
No, Junior Mag, that'd be a gruntelope.
Where you're from? Around here, they're jackalopes.
No, with on
Oh.
the helmet, a gruntelope.
No. But my brain connected the dots a moment too late. I don't know. If we're talking about show titles, Liek is still
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I mean, I don't know. I scrolled down the list. Puerto Rican Knuckle. Like, what the fuck are we talking about there?
I love our show titles.
Kenny G with the shotgun.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Do you remember
someone
when you
play
wanted to be
some
halfway
music.
serious and like try to, you know,
We did that for a while, and I do
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
for
It
an
was
audience,
stressful.
I think
it was
no,
stressful.
we did the silly one first, and then for an audience, I think maybe having the subtitle be somewhat intelligent was not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And then we got around to fucking mastication. So it's like, all right, well, never mind.
Because that shit's funny. Because you got to listen to find out why.
Maceration, mastication. What's the difference? Well, a whole lot, apparently.
And don't get me started on that third word.
I mean, the only difference is a mouth. Does the same thing, just one's in a solution, one is in a
I mean,
jaw chomper.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. You want bread? Yes, please. $2.
Anyway,
Nice.
Sam, play some music.
But what music?
Which one?
No, pick one.
Nope, we don't.
Not that one?
We I mean, we could, sure. Wow, what you got?
All right, then we're gonna board it. What's music?
what are you talking about now?
You mean I can restart it?
Oh no, yeah, restart it. I was staring at a different section of our notes, and I was like, that wasn't updated. However,
Okay, well then,
you played the correct one. That is my fault. What's going on there, bud? Oh, what you got there? Oh, it looks pretty good, bud.
well, I don't think I've ever seen a man fishing for turkeys before.
Hey, if you show me, I'll show you. What do you say?
Don't forget to bring a towel.
So,
Mike, you want to go first? Kill half an hour.
Absolutely. I'm down to be a clown.
Yeah.
All right, so what did I bring? I do not have anything you might say is new. However, I do have something I have yet to
Is it blue?
per se hunt with, and no, it's not blue. Well, the barrel's blued, actually. I guess you could say the barrel is blued, but I have brought out my High Point carbine in 10 mil. The one in the hideous real tree camo. I have a Gideon Optics Guardian. That's what the Gideon Optics Guardian. It's the LPVO, the 1:6 fiber optic.
The fiber dot.
Yep, the fiber dot. It is a awesome scope, man.
Ferber.
And got my front grippy, and I've got my bipod. So
look at
What
you,
is that?
Grantham.
I love this
Angle.
fucking.
Why is there a
grip.
bipod on there?
Because I'm going to use it
I don't
for
understand this.
because
Long range
Vince,
10 mil.
Vince, when you're hunting beaver, you don't want to do it while you're standing up. You want to do it laying down. In fact, most of your
You can
hunting
do it
shots, if you
standing
can do it
up.
laying
Bullshit.
down, that'd be
I've shot
ideal.
all of them standing up. Actually, no, the first one I shot laying down.
Yeah, the one at 100 yards was laying. I mean, that's a laying down shot. The one I
Rest
shot
of them are
last
standing
year
up.
was a 50-yard shot, and yes, I could have done that standing up. But dude, life is so much easier when you work harder, not smarter.
I was really hoping you were going to say life was easier when you lay down.
I'm so glad I chose the ending that I did then. So, I brought up the High Point carbine because Dave from High Point sent it to me specifically so that we could talk about them and how awesome they're going to be for hunting small critters. I actually genuinely am going to use this for my not only beaver gun, but there's prairie dogs down Dave's way we can hit, and do those things will come so close. You'll be like, you can't hit those with a 10. Oh yeah, you can.
Dude, I can't wait to wait to hear about you shooting prairie dogs with that. Like just thunder smacking
Oh, dude.
vermin with a 10 mil.
They do
Dave,
thunder
yours,
smack.
is yours 10 mil also?
Yes.
Oh,
And it has taken quite a few prairie dogs now.
so I would
And the
prefer Dave to speak actually on taking prairie dogs with it and the thump.
It is quite a walk. And then they just kind of go, and then they go back together and then down in the hole because I'm doing FMJs. But
They go back together. Jesus.
well, I mean, they swell a little, but it's not like you're shooting with a VMAX where they just go out and then separate.
No, I get it.
So they get a little bloated
Indeed.
and they go back home.
Then they get a bellyache and take
Hollow
both of
point
their
pistol
friends.
rounds are expensive.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Prairie dogs aren't worth
Also-
$1 a round.
Proportionally, you just shot it with the equivalent of like a beach ball size
Yeah.
projectile. So I think you don't need a hollow point.
The prairie dogs are like, it's a cannon. But yeah, my setup's a little bit different than Mike's. It is the black one with the Gideon Advocate. So, and Mike has sent me the subtension so I can take this out to 650 yards.
Where's your bipod?
What the bipod? I'm a man. I use my mirror.
Don't forget to bring a bipod.
I'm kidding. Squeezer, I don't use my mirror.
See, that's the soundbite we should actually have in what you got there. Don't forget to bring a bipod. But not mine, because that was weak. And
Yeah,
You're
voice
getting
said it.
old.
yeah,
Balls are
man,
starting
again.
to drop.
You mean dry out?
I mean, you hit the second puberty with that voice.
Oh no, not the second time. Is that the one where they start to drop to your knees?
You don't have to worry about that. You're fine.
Yes, we've had first ball drop, but what about second ball drop? Thanks.
Well done.
Okay.
Came up with that one all on my own.
It was a good one.
So when are you going?
Nicely executed.
Because I'll be honest with you, and this will link into what I have to talk about later. I don't know if I'm going.
My buddy Danny has been itching to get back up there, and like April has sucked basically all of April. So we kind of made these last minute plans, and not last minute as in, hey, we just made these plans. Last minute as in, we're going on Saturday, and the season ends on what, the 31st?
Yep.
The end of April. So yeah, it would end the next Thursday, I believe. So yeah, this is basically the last weekend that we could get up there and try. I don't know if there's going to be any scouting that can even happen. Unfortunately, my truck started making a weird noise. It idles fine, and then you hear this clicking, and then it goes away, and then the clicking comes back, and then it goes away, and then I'll post a video in the signal, and you'll understand better. But it could be anything from an exhaust leak to the water pump going out.
Well, take it on a long road trip and find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Figure out what
No
fails.
balls.
Yep, there's my problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got towing. Good for 100 miles.
No, just bring a trailer with you.
Put it on the trailer, and when the tow truck shows up, like, did your job for you. Just like,
Yeah. You just go ahead and hook up to that.
dude, what if you built a custom rig where you put some sort of SUV or car or whatever on a trailer, and then permanently mounted it to that, and then rigged up the trailer to actually be the drive line, and then drive around in your car on a trailer on the highway and confuse the fuck out of people?
Junior
Called-
Mag, it's not a
right.
Chevy. He's got a JDM something called a Prado that he calls a truck.
It's a
Bastardized
Toyota Land Cruiser
Forerunner.
Prado. Toyota Land Cruiser. Jesus.
It's a jumped up
It's a-
Subaru.
It's a product. It is wrong-handed drive.
Land Cruiser Prado, straight from Tokyo. She pretty.
It's a shame we didn't drop a bomb there. Then maybe we'd be spared of this car.
I keep telling you guys, I have a Machi like an hour from here. We can just drop it off.
Why do you guys hate me?
We don't
I
hate,
don't hate you.
We
I
just
hate
the
that
car.
fucking Prado.
Why do you?
And it
Why
hates
do you
me
hate-
back, so we're mutual.
You know, it's feisty with me too.
Oh,
every
shit.
now and dude, every single one of the locks, the ignition did it to me again about 2 months ago, and I was like, "Oh, not this time, motherfucker!" And I
firing
just
Mike.
jammed the key in there until it unlocked. And I was like, "That's right."
We're firing Mike. We're getting rid of the
You-
Prado. We're hiring Junior Mag because he has
Yep.
a Hilux.
Oh,
you just
cool.
got
He'll
put in
want to
your
see
place.
pictures.
I
No, we'll
bet
we'll
not.
bond together and fucking
Friendship
Oh, God.
kick you guys out,
Oh God, so gay.
dude. JDM Off Road Podcast.
Oh, from Argentina. So his is
Oh, that's dope.
Ooh, it's the spicy Nazis.
yep.
I thought they were the subtle Nazis. Did I
Like,
not
it's when you
understand
meet
that?
Somebody from Argentina, you're like, man, you look awfully white. Then you put the dots together in your head, and you're like,
It's like, oh,
blonde hair, blue-eyed Argentinian, huh? Like,
Love
Got it.
sauerkraut?
You know,
Polka
the only
music?
thing I can think of when I hear Argentina is "Don't cry for me, Argentina." That's it. Every time.
No idea what that reference is.
It's
Anyway,
from an opera
Um,
called Evita about
Oh
Evita,
yeah, no,
Evita Peron.
we're not doing the Roman shit with opera. Not happening.
the good news is you can't get me to debt with opera because I hate opera.
I'm not a fan either. I just know that one.
Yet you
particular
bring it
part.
up. There, that fixed
So
you.
I hate you.
I have. Well, do y'all want to see my meat stick?
ooh, actually,
show
I
me-
do.
You see,
Show me your meat stick while I find a picture of the Prado to show Junior Mag.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
It's not so slim, but it's pretty slim. All right, so
it's a
leading
thick
off.
John.
Oh, also, do you want to see my jerky?
No, I do not want to see you.
The jerky is the perfect kind of jerky where you give you. It's got just a little bit of It's not too
Mhm.
wet, not too dry.
Okay,
Um,
that's about where I want bacon. That's kind of what I'm talking about with bacon.
I can understand. I think we are actually on the same page there, more or less.
Because if you got the jerky and it just like crumbles, that's too dry. But definitely can be too wet. So
Most like Jack Link's jerky is like fucking too wet.
yeah, that's
Also, it tastes weird.
well, it's just all the preservatives they put into it because they don't dry it enough.
That's fair. Okay, so part of the reason I don't, if I go up there to chase after beaver at all, it will be as a wildlife photographer because I do not. My problem is I have to clear up my freezer before we move, and adding 10 pounds of beaver meat plus another beaver pelt is not the way to do it. So I don't think I'm gonna go up there hunting beaver this spring just because it might not work out. So in clearing out my freezer, I've discovered I have a lot of leftover goose from probably the last, I mean, just combined over all the years that I've gone down to Texas. You know, you get 2 or 3 left over from one year, which then roll over to another year where you didn't get eat through them all, so on and so forth. So needing to do something with a lot of this goose meat, some of which is pretty freezer burned at this point, because there was a couple of years where on the last day, I think it was the very first year we did geese, which means this meat's kind of old. The last day, everyone was just in a hurry, so they just piled goose breasts into a Ziploc bag, closed it. I got home, put it in the freezer. Life kind of went on. Next thing I know, it's a giant frozen basketball size of lump,
Ugh.
and it's getting freezer burned. So anyway, went through, pulled out half of what I have left over for goose, trimmed a bunch of shit off of it, soaked it in buttermilk overnight just to pull out all the possible blood I could. I did 2 pounds. I'd separated off 2 pounds for just jerky to give it a shot. I should not have followed the same old jerky recipe that I always regret using, which is like soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce and garlic salt and onions. I'm never happy with those results, but I did it anyway. But it's perfectly passable jerky. My wife's eating it, so we're good to go. I was afraid as you dried, because I threw it on my smoker, I was afraid as the goose meat dried out, it would get a really. So my experience has been if you overcook like the goose breasts, they get a really strong iron flavor to them. So I was afraid that would come out in the jerky too, but it did not. So all as the jerky is fine. Now onto the meat sticks. So I pulled out my grinder and then decided to go ahead and give that a whirl. So got 17 millimeter, collagen casings, did a 3-to-1 ratio on
What was that?
what?
Did anyone else hear that?
No, maybe it's your battery bat.
No, it was like I swear I heard something weird. Like a someone getting choked, like like
No, I have not heard that.
I've not heard anything either.
it was they blended in right with the crickets.
Okay then. So no, I wanted to give making some meat sticks a try because we've been buying. I think Costco sells one now. Apparently, we talked about bacon craze earlier. Apparently now there's a meat stick craze because I get so many fucking advertisements for different beef sticks. But yeah, Montana Dirt Roads is right. That's just the sound of me talking, Vince. Don't worry about it.
Every once in a while, Sam just goes. He's got Tourette's.
Whatever. Cut a long story short. Did 3-to-1 ratio of pork shoulder to just straight up trimmed down goose meat. Trimmed off all the fat off the goose because some of the stuff's pretty old. Didn't want the in case the fat turned a weird flavor in the freezer. Did a fine grind plate on it. The pork went through the fine grind plate just fine. Goose meat through a fine grind plate turns into a pate. Like, the pork goes through it and it's like little worms coming out the other end. You touch the goose meat out the other end and it just smears. That's how, I don't know if it's the muscle structure and the goose is just so much finer that on that really smaller grind plate, it just goes. But
Interesting.
So they don't have the texture I was going for. To be honest with you, the interior texture is a lot like a hot dog. It's that really like fine like sausage. It
You
doesn't
made
have-
goose hot dog.
kind of. It doesn't have any chunk to it. But
I wouldn't hate it.
it's not terrible. It's just it's not the texture mouth feel I was going for. So got the casings, got everything together, ground the meat. Decided I'd run with just a pre-mix bag because I've got 5 pounds of meat I need to get through, and I just wanted to get it over with. So I got all that mixed together, and then found out I don't have the right size fucking meat tube for my sausage press. I don't know what to fucking call it. Extruder tube. I just went around all day calling it a meat tube.
I
So
don't
then-
have the right size meat tube either.
I know, none of us do.
I identify as a 3 size larger meat tube.
So I ended up hooking up the one to my grinder, which was a pain in the ass because the meat is ground down so fine as you force it through the grinder, it forms a vacuum. So you have to fucking really push down on it to push it through, and then you got to pull the little plunger out, like it's King Arthur shit. But anyway, made probably about 3.5 linear feet of sausage. Got that on the smoker. Brought it at 190 degrees, brought it up to temperature at 160, pulled it off, and it's pretty damn good. It's a little spicier than I intended because I was hoping I could give these to my kids snacks as this batch, but instead I will be eating 5 pounds of meat sticks by myself, which seems like a really daunting task.
Like, oh no, whatever shall I do?
So much meat.
Well, that's the problem. That's one batch. Okay, so it's 5 pounds is what the seasoning packet would do. So I did 5 pounds. I still have another probably 4 pounds in the freezer ready to go into the grinder, and that doesn't include whatever's left in my chest freezer. So the joke I've been running around saying is I'm going to have 50 feet of meat because it's probably going to be pretty damn close.
Dude, this reminds me of this last year. I took 2 backstrap and made jerky out of them and made them spicy enough that like no one wanted some of them. And I just took those to work every day and ate them for about a month. It finally ran out, but man, that was good. That was good
Well,
times.
My wife makes a really good I don't remember, it's a no knead bread recipe or something like that. She makes it in the bowl, throws it in the oven. It comes out almost as like a shepherd loaf where it's got a really crunchy crust, and then the inside's just all fucking delightful and gooey. Oh yeah, take some. I did it last night. I think I ate through 1.5 feet of meat stick last night. You slice off the bread, you put a good piece of cheese with it, you eat some meat stick. So I don't think eating all this meat's going to be a problem.
I didn't think it would be for you.
But it is a little bit daunting when you only, you get near 4 feet of meat stick, and you didn't push that much meat through the grinder, and there's still 4.5 pounds to go, and you're just like, oh no.
Oh God.
I've been playing more with the idea in my head of making food that contains multiple kinds of meat. Just in general, like
So
like rather than chicken pot pie, like why not all of the meat in a pot pie?
What do we have in meat pot pies?
It's like
What
the
kind of meat?
bumbleberry pie. It's
Yes.
got multiple kinds of bumbleberry, like all kinds of berries. Like it's got apple, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, all the kinds of berries in the pie, like bumble meat. I want bumble meat pie, like all the meats in a pie. And then this
So-
kind of reminds me of that, like the meat stick. Like
there's
I
a
want
possibility.
the beaver and the goose and the deer and the pheasant and the dove, and you just shove it all through the grinder.
There is a not zero chance that I will end up with something like that because I still have a front deer leg off of that fucking roadkill from 4 years ago.
I'm pretty sure the backstrap from that thing is still in my kitchen freezer.
So
That's probably not good
There's-
anymore. However, that'll be great for crawfish bait.
Probably. I mean,
Dude,
the-
you know what? If you can't make enough sausage, give me whatever meat you can't use, and I'll use it for crawfish bait.
you gotta add crawfish to your
oh no,
Oh,
there's a little
multiple
bit of fish,
meat stick.
a little bit of trout in here, a little bit of chicken.
I want to get some
deer.
crawfish so I can bury them in my plants, but I'll
I-
talk about my plants later.
Oh,
You throw Cajun seasoning to anything and it's edible.
what if instead? So you could obviously mix them all together as a blend, but what if you did like one meat at a time almost?
Sections?
Yeah, it's like a
Like,
meat.
it
You mean you
changes
get a bite
color?
of pork, get a bite of deer,
like a
get
meat-
a bite of
like a
goose, get a
meat
bite
journey.
of crawfish,
Yeah, it's like a
get a
meat
bite of
journey.
trout.
You start off with the deer, and then you progress your well self to elk, and then you take a little bit of a break with some rainbow trout, back to some deer, a little bit of beaver. You know,
One of the things I'm
everybody's gonna
grateful
be
for is the fact that we already have a show title in whatever we chose earlier, so that Meat Journey cannot be the show title because
I'm still
Meat
gonna
Train.
fucking write it down. Fuck you.
it's
Okay.
meat train.
Let's ride the meat train, guys.
I'm so glad.
But I got the proper size filler tube for my sausage press, sausage fucking pusher. I don't know what the fuck to
This
call it.
product
Bet you
sells really well in San Francisco. I don't know why.
Oh, my sausage pusher isn't working.
I got the right size tube, so
I was thinking about Meat Train.
lots of tickets sold for that one. Anyway,
All
I'll get the-
aboard.
I'll
No,
get the
thank
rest.
you.
I'll get the rest of the 5 pounds cased up and then get it smoked. I'm gonna section it off into packages, which is the funny part. All the meat's going probably back in the freezer anyway. Although I'll share some with whoever wants it, who's local. But at least that it's up in an edible, easy to go form. Start eating my way through it.
See, you've smoked it. Now you need to dehydrate it, and then you can just ship it to us.
He's not wrong.
Or
Yeah, you're
an ice
right there.
pack
I can just
and,
throw packages in
ships
your
all
car.
box.
What, Dave?
I said, or an ice pack and if it fits, it ships box.
Yes.
You want my meat in your mouth? If it fits, it ships.
Your mystery meat,
Mm,
your
nom,
multi
nom,
meat
nom.
stick.
Start a whole
It's
bit.
got 7 kinds of things.
They have those exotic like jerky brands. Like these are the exotic meat sticks. What's in them? You don't want to know.
Lieutenant Rand is right. Why is bacon not a staple in pot pie?
Ooh,
Like, I feel
Because-
like that should just be in pot pie. Why is that not in
Isn't-
pot pie?
Because pigs probably weren't prevalent in the location where pot pie was invented.
no.
I don't
Meat
care.
pies are an English staple, and a pig was the animal you ate. Like throughout a large chunk of human history, because a pig will eat fucking anything. They don't need to free range, so you can keep them in the backyard of any size plot, and then you fucking slaughter them in the fall. They preserve well, and then you fucking raise another one in the spring. So yeah, I don't know why bacon is not a staple in a pot pie.
Intriguing.
I mean,
Despite
I'm
my
down with
best
adding,
efforts, I learned something today.
Bacon pot pie.
I'm down with adding bacon to
Anything.
literally anything.
Bumble meat pie.
One of the things that happened, unfortunately, is after, you know how sometimes women can't eat things after pregnancy, like it just makes them
Mhm.
sick.
I am aware of this.
Bacon's one of my wife's foods. She loved bacon before pregnancy, and bam, no more bacon. So any recipe I want to put bacon in, she's like, mm-mm.
So, okay, I'll make you a little bowl and set that off to the side. Then I'm gonna put bacon in it.
Oh, I will say the casings and the smoker, they shrink down just enough that you do get a nice little bite out of the casing.
Little
Mm.
pop.
Yeah, but then after that, it's like hot dog consistency.
Montana Dirt Rose. That's grounds for divorce. That's
Well,
But yeah,
glad we were talking
Ugh.
about that.
Feet upon feet upon feet of meat.
Dave,
So
what
much
you got
meat.
there?
Oh, you
got
want to
there,
see what
Dave?
I got there, bud?
What you got there?
What you show me? what you
I
got there.
don't personally have it, but I saw this and I was intrigued. So, NRA annual meetings were here recently, and Savage released this fancy new gem called the Model 2020 Heatseeker pistol. Little bolt action 308 pistol with the Sharps Brothers Heatseeker chassis on it. Super sweet, right? I'm like, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Savage is getting into the baby guns, which I want really fucking bad. And I'm like, I'd even go out to spend like $1,000 on this tiny little Savage 110. Fuck no,
Ah.
$2,000.
What?
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
Kill thyself.
The
Savage, I
chassis
mean.
is
Two
$400.
What?
Okay.
You can get that exact chassis for a Savage Model 110 for $495.
$495. Okay,
no,
so
$436.
Savage should be able to get them from the company for way less than that. In bulk, right?
Yeah.
And then what does a Savage 110 go for retail?
Like
And then
half
just-
a one?
Like a whole Savage 110. Let's just do the math here. Like
Probably 800.
so at
900
most
maybe?
so OEM at most you're talking the amount of product cost in this is probably about 1,000.
Let's see. Oh, yes, that. Apparently, I was wrong. That's the carbon. Let's see. Just a Core Hunter they start at $800.
Oh. Wait, no. Is that or
No.
Savage 110?
The Savage 110
Okay, yeah.
Core Hunter, the full rifle. Since
So-
this is a pistol, it's super easy to SBR, especially now that we don't have tax stamps.
Yeah.
But
And you
I
can do
thought-
it all through Silencer Shop. They do like everything
yeah,
for you.
I mean, it'd be a slick little son of a bitch. Honestly, it would be cheaper to build your own, like get your own Savage 110, throw away the fucking stock, have somebody cut your barrel down and thread it, and then SBR it. Buy this thing. I mean, it's
Barrel.
fucking cheaper.
What's the barrel
Actually,
on
you
that?
could probably find a
12 inch
short
on that.
barrel somewhere
12-inch
that's
barrel.
already cut down and threaded.
Yeah.
I know where to
Because
find a
these-
short barrel.
These in your pants,
Oh.
because the Savage, they have the barrel nut system. You could just yoink the barrel off pretty easily and then put a new one on, and it's not a big deal. So, yeah, $2,000 for that seems like they paid somebody way too much to put together things that they were going to put together anyway.
And for those listening, it does not have a stock or a brace on the back of it. It just has the pistol grip. It has the Sharps Brothers chassis, and then it's got the receiver and barrel.
Dude, to me, it kind of looks like a AR-10 lower with a tiny little pin sticking out of the front of it. Like it just, I see it's a pistol, but it just looks funky.
I did not see what mag this has. Yeah. $1,999. Ridiculous.
See, I'm a goober, but if I
Swing and
want
miss.
a SBR, like a bolt action rifle, the one I'd want is just a normal like wood stock hunting rifle. You just chop the barrel at the end of the stock.
I want this
I
because
always
I
thought that'd look cool.
want this because I want a folder. Like I
Yeah,
want to throw it
yeah,
on the
fair
dash of my pickup. I mean, throw it safely in a case that has to be locked if I'm not in it.
Fair enough.
Oh,
It just tiny, little bitty guy.
my perception has changed. What looked like a see-through handguard was actually just a bolt that was almost the same color as the red background. So my brain was making it see-through. It still looks a little funky because it kind of looks like a Ruger Precision or something like that without a buttstock at all on it. But that one's semi-automatic, yeah.
No, it's
Or was it a bolt?
action.
It's a bolt gun.
action. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Savage 110's bolt action.
Okay. Apologies.
I
I
wonder
was so
how,
focused on the colors.
how long until we have vehicle manufacturers who make trucks, mostly probably, that just include a biometrically locking container in the vehicle.
I could see
I wish they
like
would.
them doing a package or like not like the high country Chevy, but this is the RMEF Chevy where you've got rifle mounts that clip in to your headrest where your rifles stand up in the back seat, and then they have a little biometric safe. I could see something like that happening, but it'd be specials.
I bet it happens as things are going, where the transport laws are getting more and more obnoxious. Someone's gonna lean into that.
Maybe. I mean, hopefully, but
Or they could just say, we don't even think you should do that. We're not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna do it because they'll want to appeal to whatever the most general mark, basically least common denominator. So they won't add some
Yeah.
extra thing in that somebody be like, oh, well, I don't want that. And they're like, oh shit, we won't sell the truck, so we better not put it in there. Anyway,
so that's what I got there, bud. Kind of about shit my
How-
pants a little bit there.
how married are you to barrel length? Oh, I guess it's 6.5 Creedmoor. Because Savage has the PCS bolt action pistol, which is a 10.5-inch barrel. It does come in around a G, but it's 6.5 Creedmoor, I think. Maybe it's in 308 too. I don't know.
I don't give a shit. I think I'd prefer Creedmoor.
Yeah, Savage.
I
110
really want a 6 arc in that little tiny guy.
Savage 1110 PCS. Might be worth looking into. Here's one on Midway for the price has dropped several times. 7 let's see, 6.5 Creedmoor. Oh, they have it. No, well, that's out of stock. In stock, 6.5 Creedmoor, $865.20. And
Oh,
it's
shit.
basically the exact same thing as that, except for the handguard doesn't go up over the barrel, and it's a 10.5-inch barrel instead of a 12 or whatever that one was.
Dang.
There you go, son.
I love how their pictures are
sound.
completely
that one's left.
fucking backwards.
Yeah, or this is left-handed. This might be a
It's-
left-handed bolt.
It says right hand on the fucking picture,
Oh,
but
Show
it's
the-
a left-handed bolt.
Is that why I thought it was semi-auto? I didn't see the bolt because it was on the other
No.
fucking side.
No,
this
it's
PCS.
the
Show-
PCS. This says right hand right here, and the bolt is fucking over here.
Yeah, I did not see. Like, if you look at the other side again, there is no bolt.
This is not the same
Correct.
gun we were looking at before,
No,
though.
this is not.
Oh,
This is a different one.
But there you go. There's your little shorty bolt gun. Put a little folding stock or folding brace. Well, yeah, folding stock on there and put it in the glove box.
I mean, the glove boxes are getting quite large nowadays.
They
but
are.
why would you put a bolt gun in your glove box? Just
Why
for
fucking not? Because fuck you. If a cop wants to see my registration, they're gonna be mighty fucking surprised. Is that a fucking bolt action? Yes, it is.
it's a 6.5 Creedmoor and put a little respect on it. Anywho,
real small bolt action rifles have tickled my fancy here lately.
So, what you need to do then is find a really beat up Mosin and chop it down into an Obrez, which is just a Mosin Nagant where you cut it down as small as possible.
It'd be the same goddamn price as that one. Mosins are not cheap anymore.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
dude, I miss the days. Like,
Somebody, yeah, Will from AK-47 Radio has a barreled action. We'll just steal his. It'll be fine. Anyway,
Vince, you were holding something like you
Yep.
wanted to talk about.
and it wasn't your meat steak.
I got the thing. So I was messing around and I decided to paint my rifle, which I haven't painted in a while. And I bought some stencils in Rhodesian brushstroke, of course. And I painted my rifle. And it
Nice.
turned out, I mean, it doesn't look bad for camo, but using stencils to paint something requires actually a little bit of thought. And I had it backwards at first, and it caused a problem. So the idea with the stencils is you need to do your base, what you would call your base layer, last. So when you put a stencil on there, so your darkest color is what goes down first. And then you paint it, and then you add more of the stencil, and then do your second darkest color, which would probably be, this is Rhodesian brushstroke, right? So whatever you want to be brown, you put on there first. So you paint it brown, and then you put the stuff that you want to be brown on there first. So that's this little, stencil you put on there. And then you paint it green, and then add the stencils you want to remain green. And then you take your base color, which is your sand tan color, whatever it happens to be, your, baby poop yellow, if you're getting really, accurate historically, and you spray paint it with that. And so I bought some stencils that stuck on there, and I ended up putting more paint on this than I really wanted.
Ew, I hate that when it starts getting a little thick.
Thickness.
A little thick.
yeah.
Or when or you get too much on and it does a little run, it does a little drip on you, like
Yeah, and unfortunately, I painted it with the base color earlier in the day, and it's like, oh, it's nice and dry now. And then I got the stencils, started thinking about it, and realized I had it backwards. So then I had to hit it with the brown, and I didn't let it dry as long as I probably should have. So some of it pulled off whenever I finally got around to it. But it actually doesn't look half bad because, camouflage isn't that complicated. It still looks pretty okay.
Mhm.
But learn some things next time. I actually ordered more stencils. Dave from High Point is supposed to be sending me a 995P to play with, and hopefully that gets here before the weekend. And the stencils get here because I want to paint that up Rhodesian as well.
Oh,
And-
that'd be sweet.
Except I'm gonna go with like some gaudier colors, like not really, but like I have a green that I don't like because it's too bright, and a brown that's almost like a reddish brown, and then something that's really light khaki. And I was gonna do that with the High Point, like just
straight up Christmas.
yeah, it'll look very Rhodesian-y.
So I have a proposal for you, and it's not marriage, but
Thanks.
there's a little well, I mean, I think we both appreciate that. It is one of what's his fucking channel name these days? Admin Results is one of his older videos. He paints an AK not with rotaries and brushstroke stencils, but the way that they hand painted their FALs, or some of them did. I would you want to Rhodesian paint the that 995p. I mean, the actual baby, you'd have to figure out how to color match the paint colors, but
Is that blue?
yeah, it's a bit of a bluish color, and then 2 different shades of green for the most part, because that's what they had handy at the time.
I see yellow, blue, like a grayish blue, almost like a battleship blue.
Let's see.
The gun is blue.
Well, the lovely
The
part
gun is
different
blue.
different guns have different. Some of them got a little bit more tan on them, but that more. It's literally with a fucking paintbrush, and then on the video, in order to weather it, he took a Walmart bag and like blotted it to pull off some of the paint again. But just saying, you don't have to do it. But
This
Could be
reminds me of the time I, you got your spray paint cans and they get clogged.
yep,
I wanted to paint a backpack, so I just set the cans next to the backpack and then shot them with a 22.
that'll do it.
So they would go and like spray everywhere real quick.
What's that called? Cosmic chem.
It worked. A little too well, maybe.
Oops.
Paint everywhere.
Oh, I had a question. And also, yes, Vince, excellent looking rifle now. Anybody running offset red dots for their LPVOs?
No.
Closest I ever got, it was Swamp Fox Optics. Whatever their thick boy mount was, I forget the name of it. Hostile Engagement or something like that.
Yeah.
That had a weird 45 degree, but off the top of the scope ring. I did not
Mhm.
enjoy because it was
Sounds
just
weird.
weird. It wasn't a 12 o'clock where you just come up and look through it, but it wasn't a 45 where you keep your head placement and you bring the rifle over. It was like bring your head up and the rifle over. It was a pain in the butt.
That
I guess-
doesn't make any sense.
I guess offset wasn't the correct wording. Like anybody running red dots with their LPVOs.
An accompaniment.
In a accompaniment.
In conjunction.
Mainly at 12 o'clock.
Not 12. I've done 12. I've got this one. This is the one I used when we were out shooting coyotes.
Oh.
I've got the Gideon Optics Rock at the 45 degree offset, because if I put the thermal on there, I still want a non-thermal sighting option that's quick
Uh-huh.
and ready to go. And if you recall, I actually needed it. So
Yeah. We were watching Vince walk to go find this coyote that was at like 250 yards, and then 400 yards later, we're like, where the fuck is Vince? And then now he comes up out of this creek.
yeah, I was walking
close-
up there looking for the coyote, and I was like, wait, where'd he go? Like, he heard me coming, and I guess he was only injured, and like then I had to go jump down into a washout and find this coyote. And I was like, I'm so close, and I have no idea how combat effective this coyote is at this point. It's 4:30 in the morning. I am very, very tired. Yeah, I'm going white light and red dot. Like, trying to engage a predator at close range with a thermal under
Yeah.
stress. Like, no, thank you.
And altitude.
Yeah, it's not that much altitude. It's fine.
No, it's not that much altitude. But
So the closest I have 12 o'clock is I have a poor man's ACOG stack where it's a primary arms 3X sitting in a. I never remember the freaking company's name. Photonics or something weird like that, with my Holostone 509T sitting on top of it. I have not actually had a chance to shoot with that setup so far, though. Done some dry fire with it. It's not
That's
terrible, but
That's the red dot mount that's ungarbage, right?
It's one of the two that's ungarbage. This one like barely exists in life. It's not, but this is one solid. Everything here is one solid billet aluminum.
Right. The one that Primary Arms sells is
Bendy.
not good.
Reason I ask is because my buddy texts me and he's like, he sends me a screenshot of a fucking Gideon Judge and he's like, "Are these worth the shit?" I'm like, "Yes." Also, why? And he's like, "Oh, he's doing a bunch of gas gun competition now. He was mainly NRL hunter, but now he's getting into the gas gun stuff and he wants a red dot for the up close shit." I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, get it, bud.
Did you also moist?
I absolutely did. Do you think I didn't fucking moist?
I mean, just checking.
I made
'cause
him
moist.
so moist.
Oh, so moist.
And if you want to save money,
If
on
you want to
Gideon
get moist,
moist,
Our
10%
coupon
off and free
code.
shipping.
Yeah. And they also do have that optic turn-in program where you
Yes,
can
the
turn in your
trade-in.
old scopes. Yeah, trade-in program. You turn in your old optics, red dots, rifle scopes, stuff like that. Send it in. They will analyze it, and if it's in good working order, they'll give you credit. It's
sent one
$50,
in.
I think.
One time, Bob touched my optic.
He was supposed to do this thing that we suggested where he has all the optics on a bench and just does a camera run of all of them in a line so we can see all of the types of optics that people turned in, and I have yet to see that video. But then again, to be fair, I have yet to finish my video on abusing the advocate, so I'll just shut my mouth. But anyway, we
To be
love
fair,
Bart and Gideon Optics.
to be fair, he was not sober.
Yeah, he probably forgot. You know,
It was such a great idea, though, because we want to see people's used trash that you're also not doing anything with, except probably recycling. Or
Bob actually won gunfights last night.
oh, did he?
yeah.
I have
yeah,
yet
saw
to.
that.
He was kind of pissed. I think he was going to give something away last night, and then he won, and he's like, "God damn it!"
Dude, I haven't won gunfights in so long.
I got a point last night.
I think I maybe have 3 points. It's all from guessing themes. That's it.
So for a selection of our audience doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. On the We Like Shooting show, which is on the Firearms Radio Network, they have
Yep.
a segment called Gunfights where one of the hosts pulls up just a blank, a picture of a gun being sold on Gunbroker, and the rest of the cast has to guess. It's not Price is Right rules anymore, I don't think, but basically
No,
whoever's
It
closest
never
to
was.
the sale price wins, and then in the live chat they do the same thing. And
yours truly runs that chat,
Indubitably.
that score, and Vince helps whenever I'm not around, and it's
I was-
much appreciated.
I was trying to listen to it at work today, and I was like, ooh, all right, I guess the theme is outrageous prices. So for that one that was 14 grand, I was like, that'll probably be around $7,000. And then he says 14, and I was like, what the fuck is going on with these? What are you doing, Nick? And then he revealed the theme, and I was like, that's a very good theme, but also, goddamn, people paid a lot of money. Like, wasn't that $14,000 for the SIG 550?
I don't know. Anyway,
I can't remember, but there are a bunch of other shows on the FRN that you should listen to that Bob also listens to, and he gets pretty givey.
Mm-hmm.
So,
If he's in the live chat.
Dusk, me and Dusky have a thing. Plow, Dusk.
Dude, that's
is that going to be your buddy
It's
cop
pretty good.
movie name? Plow and Dusk?
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if it matters though.
Plowing at dusk.
I don't think it does. I don't think it matters if I like it. That's
I don't
not good.
That'd be perfect because he's Florida man. So it's set in Miami because that's in Florida. Obviously, it's all the same. And then you have Dave as like he's not familiar with the cultures and norms of Miami, so he shows up with his country boy ways in the big city, straightens them all out, right, Dave?
I think it's more of an elevation thing. Like he's minus sea level, and I'm like
Yeah, which means you can
4,000
run.
times that.
You can run really fast down there.
It's not really
Dude.
fast. It's really far.
Dude, no kidding. When I'm literally the peak of athleticism, we're aware. But when I went to basic training in 2007, I did no training. I went to basic training
Yeah,
weighing
so old.
140 pounds. Hold on. Went from Denver to San Antonio, and they're waking us up at 4 a.m. to go run and do PT and whatnot. And as we're running, I'm like, I should be tired. Why aren't I tired? I'm still going. And it was very disconcerting, but it was nice because I thought I was going to be one of those dudes that fell out, and I just kept running.
Like, hey,
I
guys,
just
turned
kept
that off and do
running.
the
I
thing.
just kept running.
I wasn't running very fast, but I kept running.
Well, think I'll go home now.
At the end of basic, you do the airman's run where you run 2 miles and then like past your family and friends that bothered to show up to watch you do the airman's run, which amounts to them going, yay, like it's a marathon. It's 2 miles.
See you at the Hilton.
Everybody was worried. I don't want to be the one that falls out. And I was not. So I was happy.
Well.
Anyway,
Well, anyway,
running altitude.
Anywho,
It's a thing.
we have warheads tonight.
We do, but there's something else I want to talk about real quick.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Why is everybody scared? I want to talk about plants.
There's no real quick with you.
Oh, well, that's okay. I want to
But
talk
you
about
can-
plants for the next
okay.
30 to 40
Oh no.
business minutes.
Years.
Oh, why? Oh, cruel fate.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll be back.
Dave is hanging his head in sorrow.
Nope. Just stretching.
So I have taken to task the chore of turning my
more-
backyard into a fruit-bearing orchard. I can't. It's not an orchard. It's going to have 2 trees. But
the gods have abandoned us.
so
It's more of Dave's legs than I ever wanted to see.
that's well, Dave knows more of me than so. Let's just consider
The
it even
eyebrows, like-
meat.
You said that, and Dave just like with the eyebrows, and it's like, oh no.
You realize this is why it takes me 30 minutes to say everything, right?
Anyway, you have a garden.
So it's not just a garden. I'm actually working on building a raised garden to go with it. But I built irrigation and all sorts of stuff. Like I talked about cherry trees and raspberry bushes last year and the year before that, and how that did not go very well because I forgot to water them after GunCon. And so I built an irrigation system that runs off of my hose, and it feeds it. I have, over the last couple of weeks, I have planted 6 raspberry bushes, 2 blueberry bushes, 4 blackberry bushes, and I'm in the process of clearing more rocks. I have had to clear all this goddamn river rock from the north edge of my fence. So for some reason, the previous owners were like, let's put all this rock along the fences, but not along the the eastern fence. So I'm moving all of this rock and planting bushes in its place in the hopes that I will have bushes and trees that provide me with all of the fruit that I could eat to my heart's content. Not to mention, like, take all the cherries down from the trees, pit them out, dry them in a dehydrator, or even a freeze dryer could be fun. But the idea is to have like this little house that sustains us, you know,
On the prairie.
on the. But what my wife still won't let me get chickens
Okay.
yet.
You know why there's so many fucking rock walls in places like Scotland and Ireland? Because all
The
the fucking
Romans?
rocks. No, it's too hard to move the rocks, so you just build a wall with them. And then you
Fair.
move on to the next little acre and you build another wall around that one.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know what else to do with the rocks except move them to the fence where there should have been rocks in the first place. Because mowing that goddamn fence is such a nightmare. And when they rebuilt the fence, like before, the fence had posts inward to the property, so mowing around it sucked.
Mhm.
I had them build it fence outward, or the posts outward, so that mowing is now a breeze. And now there's rocks against it, so mowing is non-existent. So, but it's been a lot of rocks. It's just a lot of weight to move, and it's been slow going, but it's getting there. And
Oh God, the Prado's on Google Maps.
is it really
Yep.
dope?
Ew.
Ugh, gross. Now I have a virus. Thanks.
Good.
A mind virus.
So I'll keep you updated. There's only one raspberry plant that doesn't look like it's doing any. They're all bare root plants. The blackberries and blueberries showed up sprouting and green. The raspberries showed up dormant. All of them are sprouting now except for this one, and it's split at the top, so I'm a little worried about it. But if everything else lives, then that's all right. The loss of one little guy is fine, I suppose.
You
So-
know,
Well,
with raspberries, so they'll send up shoots, and then they'll curve around and hit the ground again. Anywhere they hit the ground, that will root. Because I planted a raspberry last year, and I got no fruit off the thing at all. But I have multiple shoots coming up from that raspberry.
Do you need to plant another one so it will pollinate?
I don't know. I don't.
The reason I asked that is because when I was doing the research with cherry trees, I wanted Bing cherries because I love Bing cherries. They're just like the best cherry in my opinion. And I was doing research on trying to grow these and be fruitful with cherries, and everything said that Bings are a semi-pollinator, which they need an actual pollinator in order to produce fruit. So instead of 2 Bing cherry trees, I got 1 Stella cherry tree that is a pollinator, and it and the Bing cherry tree will pollinate each other, and together they should bear fruit.
Pollinate me.
Having multiple bushes of the other stuff that's the primary reason, is so they'll pollinate each other. Not to mention the bees that'll come and sniff the flowers and stuff like that. I also have an apple tree in the yard, 2 apple trees, and we had one really good year where there were some like solid apples. These were, I think, Granny Smith apples. They're smaller than fist size, but they tasted great, and we have not had a decent year since. And I don't know why I can't make my apple tree apples. Maybe it needs to be trimmed. I'm not sure. Plants. It is, but it's related because outdoor journey.
Grow potato.
Dude, it's on my list. I have a couple
Grow
of you.
Zucchini.
If
you plant 3 zucchini plants, you will have so much fucking zucchini. You will be throwing them at people on the street to get rid of them.
I have literally
Or
seen
you
all of
wait
the
to
comics
see
and
the-
books that talk about that. Like
really
zucchinis
big
reproduce faster than bunnies. No,
They're
thank
so
you.
annoying. Like, oh god, we got zucchinis. That's great. And then as you get through the rest of the summer, you're just like, I fucking
No,
hate
here's
zucchinis.
zucchinis. You'll see one that morning and be like, fuck, I need to pick that. And then that afternoon you go pick it and it's twice the fucking size.
And there's 2 more.
Yeah.
I lost all my
Heil
zucchini
zucchini.
last year because it was too wet here. It all drowned and got moldy and died.
What a
So that's
flex.
how you kill it. With too much water.
Apparently.
Well, I picked through that dead raspberry. It's not dead yet, but I picked through its roots, and the roots still look healthy. So,
I'm not dead.
dude, Wifey put that on for us last night. I was so proud. Like, I haven't seen that movie in over 20 years, and she put it on for the child. And when the movie was over, the child was like, "That movie was awesome." Like, yes, we know. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
Anything you can do? No.
I feel happy.
Dude, she absolutely loved when the monks were.
Jesu Domine.
Donk.
Smack. Domnis Requiem.
Donk.
Michael,
See.
warheads on forehead.
See.
You were about to start talking before the music. How
See.
dare you?
Now, before we start talking for the music,
10 seconds for my gone sauce on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds for my gone sauce. 1, 2, 3. Drop foreheads on the count of 3.
Lulu. Okay, so enough of that. I am looking for the YouTube video I brought up so that I can share it. However, there has been a thing that's on the news, and if I swear if I closed it, I'm going to lose my mind, but pretty sure I closed it. Cool. Find it again. So there's been a thing going around on the interwebs, on the Instagrams and the Facebooks and whatnot. There's been a very small man that was accosted on a trail hiking above LA. And he was accosted not by a predator, but by what looked like a 600-pound brown bear. And the man, he's holding his hiking sticks, and he's literally like what looks like he's dancing. To me, it looked like he was peeing himself the first time, like shaking it out. But then the next time I watched it, I realized he was trying to jingle his bells on his legs, and I'm like, oh, that's not gonna work, buddy. And sure as shit, he was jingling bells because I don't listen to them with the audio on first time normally. So he was jingling his bells, trying to like, hey, bear, I have bells. And the bear did not give 2 fucks. So the dude turned around, took 2 or 3 steps forward, and then turned back around to like shake bells at him. And the bear is like, nah, bitch. And like, to me, it looked like a real charge. But then, Sam, we were talking on Signal, and you mentioned that it was probably a fake charge. And I started to think you're probably right, because all the videos and stuff, and we've been talking about on our show about how fast bears can charge and whatnot. That bear did not go near as fast as all of those videos and everything that we've been talking about. So that makes me think you're right.
His head's up. He didn't really get down in there. And the thing I noticed is every time the bear got feisty because the dude's backpedaling and then he turned his back on it. And that's when the bear went, I can just get you the fuck out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
Which that bear's used to having people get the fuck out of his way because he lives next to LA.
I would shoot the fuck out of that bear. That is a good bear.
That is a great bear. I'd shoot the fuck out of that bear too.
Fantastic bear. Look at that.
Legally fish squeezer.
Dude, I think the normal, reasonable person would not consider that a fake charge. They'd be like, oh, and they would shoot that bear.
Oh, in the moment.
But the problem is they're in the hills over LA.
I'm saying like hunting. Like if I was hunting a bear, that is the one that I would shoot. Like I would turn that into a rug.
A chunky boy.
He is a very big bear. Damn it.
Also, I'd smack him with a stick. If he charged me like that on the trail, like the little fat man charge, because that's what you do, let a little fat man charge. Like smack him in the face.
Bear. Head. That's a bad bear.
Dude, he's thick.
No, it's a bad bear.
All right, I finally fucking got it up on you. Oh, you guys already. Okay, well, I guess I'll just fuck myself.
Where the fuck have you been, man?
Trying to find it on YouTube, dumbass.
We've been paying attention.
Anyway, I've been talking as I've been trying to find it. So we have pretty clear video, like right about here is
He's
when the dude
sniffing
turns around
around.
and the bear's like, oh, really? Like now the bear doesn't break eye contact with him.
Oh man! Oh, he charged like that. That was not a real charge. Like, okay,
No.
smack the crap out of that bear.
That
Like,
was a
just-
lumbering forward. I know I can push you out of the way, so I'm gonna rush forward a little bit, scare the shit out of you. You human will get the fuck out of my way, and I will continue along the trail.
You know that
Like-
bear was laughing to himself when he did that. He's like,
It's like,
kinda
Okay,
like one of those.
one, the guy has
baby
like
ass bitch.
trekking poles.
Yeah.
Like you're on a
You're on a like level 1 height.
curated trail. You don't need trekking
The
poles.
fucking jumping cracks me up.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was peeing himself. He was shaking it out. But no, he's literally shaking bells.
Like, I'm sorry, dude. I think the bear knows you're there now. I don't think the bells are gonna help.
That's
Turns back confirmation. He's like, this bear is coming at me, right?
it's still
Turns
a bear.
back around.
Yeah, it's still a bear, dude.
Yes, that is a bear. Jay Shingle
Yep, and then
Yep.
the bear decides. I think because he
tries
didn't.
to run. Guy does nothing. And he's like, oh no.
Oh man,
So
I
that's-
want an
that's-
opportunity to smack that bear with a stick
Mm-hmm.
so bad. Look at him! Look at him! Look at that little shit! Look at him walking away.
Chonk.
Cocky ass.
Fucking heavy breathing up that level 1 trail.
That bear reminds me of the pig from that Family Guy episode where they go to the multiverse and the pig's just standing there on fists.
Oink!
Oink. That bear's like, I don't have a bear noise, so oink.
Did
Like,
that
the
bear?
bear slowed down before the guy even moved.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Sam brought up why I picked this video for Warheads on Foreheads. All of the articles are lambasting this dumbass for thinking that the jingle bells deter predators. They do not. The jingle bells alert predators to your existence, and most of the predators in the wilderness will stay away from you because they don't look at us as prey. They don't encounter
Or they
us
just
enough, and
Find the damn bells annoying. Like, God, it's one of those
and
fucking
that's
people again.
entirely possible.
Yeah. It's so you don't get a reactionary charge out of an animal. That's
Right.
what the bells are for.
It's
This
not
this
to-
person should have shifted off the trail if they
Right.
if they really wanted
Mhm.
to avoid anything with the bear without killing it, right?
It's strange watching
That's
California
honestly-
stand their ground.
That's honestly what I would have done, Vince, is get off the trail back up the hill, like to the guy's right, about 20 yards, and see what the bear does. If he follows me, then we got a problem. If he continues along the trail, we're good.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
but
does
backing
the bear
away
have a
and like,
collar? Is this a collared bear?
It didn't look like it, no.
I didn't
is
see
that
one.
someone's bear? Did someone lose their bear? Is
Well,
that
no,
bear
like
from
a-
the San Diego Zoo?
Like a tracked bear. You know they track animals.
Oh yeah,
I
fair.
didn't see a collar when it was walking the other
No,
way.
neither did I.
I thought I did.
Also, it's a
See, look, he's slowing down already, and
Mhm.
the guy is finally like, okay, maybe I'll turn.
Is that
Look-
why he's slowing down? Because he realizes the guy is finally getting the message.
Look, if you take that trekking pole and you smack that bear in the snoot a couple of times, he's
Bad
gonna
Mr.
go.
Bear.
Yeah.
That
stop it,
may be
bear.
a collared
that might
bear.
be a collared bear. Holy shit!
Yeah, I think it is a collared
Man.
bear. I just think he's so much of a chunk you can't tell unless
See?
it's from a profile.
Well,
Yep, it is because it's got the little collar.
oh yeah,
right
no
there.
shit.
Amazing.
I'll be damned.
So this guy,
Good eye, Vince.
that's another thing to bring up is
Oh,
this
smack
guy
him! Smack him!
has already been collared by
I'm so mad.
wildlife people for a reason. Don't know what that reason is, but
To follow his fat ass around.
Tracking purposes.
um,
Bad.
you're
bad bear.
No bear, that's a bad bear.
you can also tell that's a bear that's used to encountering people on that trail and bullying them out of the way. And that's not something that
This almost doesn't feel like a. This is not like a wild encounter. This is a habituated bear that is used to people giving ground.
Yep.
Like this is not. like grizzly bear in the wilderness kind of thing. This is something.
So you know how in the supermarket
between.
you get road rage, but you're walking. This is the bear that got road rage while he was walking.
I mean, Ty in the
Jesus,
chat
Ty.
says, "But War Whoop charged the bear with a pocket knife." If that
Fucking A.
dude had run at that bear with the trekking poles, I bet that bear would have been like, "Oh fuck!"
Never mind. I'm just playing.
I'm playing, dude.
That bear probably would have been like, never mind. I don't want this."
Trekking
Well,
poles
'cause
are so stupid. Carry a
wish-
wizard staff. Be a man.
I
Quarterstaff?
wish they would have kept the fucking charge on video instead of ran. It's like, why is the guy
Why are you filming?
running? Because the
Oh.
guy that's down there is clearly the one that's going to get 8, and we want to see that. So
Yeah.
keep filming, for the love of God. Also, it looks like right as soon as he turns the camera, that bear just full halts and stops.
It's like, imagine how annoyed we all were that Timothy Treadwell's camera didn't capture any video.
So California
Anyway,
bears,
support the
Calif-
sport.
California bears run the state.
If you like that, buddy, do not kneecap him when the bear charges.
Bring your small dog so your small dog kneecaps you and sits there and watches as you get eaten.
In Soviet Russia, dog shoots you.
Not going to Soviet Russia now.
That's okay. You're a little late.
Yeah, you already missed it.
Well, that's why I'm not going. Like, it's an accurate statement. Why are you on me? Jeez.
Yeah, I wish you'd just charge the bear back. That would be funny. 'Cause let's say that big chungus of a bear decided, nah, I can take you. Well, at least then we had a nice little bear fight. But now we'll
Bear
never know.
fight!
The dude
Bear
just jumps
fight!
up and down and jingling his bells.
Shenanigans.
Remember to always jingle your bells, or you'll get your bell jingled.
Yeah, that.
Although I
get
will
your
say,
bear.
standing in that dude's shoes, if the bear started moving on me like that, I mean, if I saw the bear coming, gun would already be in hand.
Right.
If the bear started moving, gun would be coming up.
Like,
I
as soon
think
as
I
he
would've-
started sprinting, I'd already be firing. I don't know that it's a fake charge, and I don't have time in that moment to judge whether it's a fake charge or not. But as I said, I'd already be off the path thinking that it's just walking on the easiest route like I am. So,
To be fair, he acted not in accordance with bear
Jingle,
guidelines,
jingle.
whatever the hell you
Jingle,
want to say.
jingle.
Because I mean, jingle,
Jingle.
jingle, but he
Jingle.
he did not stand his ground
Jingle.
whatsoever.
no, he did not. The bear defense mantra where you stand your ground, make yourself big and tall, and like wave your arms about and go, "Rawr, get away from me, bear. Rawr, I'm bigger and scary than you." And the bear's like, "Oh my God, it's not the human I thought it was," and runs away.
Yeah, he didn't do any of that shit.
No,
The
he
whole
didn't.
jumping up and
He went,
down.
"Be scared of my bells. Be scared of my bells." He's not scared of my bells. Fuck.
Aside from that, the biggest thing is to me would be he turned his back to him, and then
Oh yeah, that
he turned his back to him, and then it looks like the bear went, "I can take you, white boy."
dude. If you watch the video, the bear's shaking his head left and right, looking around, being aware of his surroundings, but he can see the dude the whole time because of how his eyes work, I'm sure. And when the dude turned around, the bear's head was pointed to the bear's left. And when the dude turned around, that was the last time the bear swung his head. He turned his head directly at the dude and started charging. Because that's when the bear knew, all right, I got you, bitch.
I would have
Standing
been
your ground works on African elephants.
It does.
Like, you're talking about a 10-ton animal will charge a human, and if the human stands there, they'll go, "Oh, wait,
What the fuck are you?
what?
This isn't working.
Why?"
Why aren't you scared of my big ears flapping? I went like, "Roar," and everything.
I would have been fogging that bear with bear spray far before the video
Oh, that
even.
That bear
How I
fucking
came out.
Is Is that
Yeah.
bear in range of the dude and bear spray? The angle's really tough to tell. It's at least it looks at
hopefully
least
you
20 yards.
Hopefully you could play the wind. If not, I mean, aim
Unload
high.
it as it's running, I
Yeah, fuck it.
suppose.
But that bear looks like he needs a good spraying.
Yeah.
He does.
Aggressively twerks at bear.
You know, it's not a spraying, it's a seasoning for Dave when he's called out to deal with this problem bear who's been sprayed so many times he just licks it and moves on.
You have no power here.
Dude, imagine being a bear so disgruntled that you shrug off pepper spray, but you don't actually eat anyone because you don't like the taste of people.
So you just kill him for the hell of it?
No, you just take their bear spray and you do exactly that. You are a disgruntled Russian bear. Bear
I don't know
spray,
what the
don't
rush
hurt
is,
me,
but that bear
comrade.
isn't in a rush. Okay.
Now that I've confused everybody.
Now that you've confused everybody, leave us a review. Reviews are great. I have not seen any new reviews lately, which means nobody's getting stickers right now, which means I'm going to have to move all these stickers with me. I don't want to do that. So send a review. Send us an email, contact@lghpodcast.com. I will send you stickers. You can stick them to your face. Everybody wins.
Or you could see us at goals and you can stick them to Sam's face. And if you can find Jeremy from We Like Shooting, you can stick them to Jeremy's face and we can film the results and we'll put it on Instagram and you'll be famous.
Or are we still doing the Jeremy challenge?
No, I just want to see somebody.
Dude, if anyone
It's
can
the put a
measure
sticker on
Jeremy,
Jeremy's face challenge.
If anyone can measure Jeremy, go for it.
Somebody can
Well,
measure Jeremy.
I don't think Jeremy's going to be. I don't think Jeremy from We Like Shooting is going to be at goals. I'm pretty sure he was
Oh.
only at GunCon because it was 20
Yeah.
minutes from his range.
Yeah.
Fair.
So instead, it'll be the challenge of measure Sean's balls with his
Okay.
pants on.
Put a sticker on Sean's face. That's not nearly as difficult, but do it anyway. Fuck it.
Okay, who got outro?
Well, anyway, support the sport and take a buddy hunting. If you like that buddy, tell them about our show. If you don't, kneecap him in front of the fat LA bear.
Yes.
Hit us up at lghpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and let's go hunt.
What about the second ball drop?
Spicy Nazis, Bumble Meat Pie, Meat Journey, Meat Train, and I think we might get a copyright strike if we say do the jingle.
Oh,
The jing- For what?
Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Stay Farm.
This is
oh,
why are
I
there
don't-
so many show titles?
I don't know that one.
because this was a good episode for him. That's
Yeah,
making
good.
up for those episodes where there are no show titles. I still vote for. I think mastication only fantlers.
I like it.
All right, me too.
Only wasn't it do only fantlers first, mashed it.
I think
Anyway.
this works better.
All right.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Good night.
I'm so tired.